Hey, what's up, bro? What's going on? What's good? Here. Okay. What's up, Bike King? What's going on, bro? How is it? How's it good? Okay. 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 Let's see here. Okay. Wait, what am I doing? Okay. You know, I think so. Like one. Paste. Copy. Paste. This is Borderlands? It looks like Destiny. No, it looks like Destiny to me. It's crazy. Okay. Almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay. Hello. What's up, Lara? What's going on? How you doing? I'm pretty good. I'm just trying to get this done. Just, I'm doing a study, perspective study. Okay. God. Delete this. Okay. Shift. Bring up. Bring up. Bring down. Okay. Now all we have to do is take a red. Actually, not red. Let's use a blue. Alright. Let's Wait. 1, 2. Copy, paste. Okay. Copy, paste. Okay. Copy, paste. Pull this down. Copy, paste. Oh. Okay. Pull this down. Cool. Doing all the boring stuff, guys. Doing all the boring stuff. And the fun stuff happens. Doing all the boring stuff. Copy. Paste. Hey Demon, what's going on, bro? How's life going? I'm doing studies and trying. We gotta do some spicy drawings in a bit, but I want to do this perspective thing first and get it out of the way. What are you doing right now? No, I want to join the stream. Why? It's only you on stream. 8 people on YouTube, and I haven't turned on TikTok yet. So, and right now I'm doing the boring shit, so I'm not surprised if no one's really watching. As soon as I start drawing some bitches, all of a sudden it's all people gonna be in here. And probably some men. Yes, I do have a Discord. It's in the descriptions. Well, I want to see if I can pull this off. I'm trying to improve instead of just do the same things over and over again. After a while, that's not going to work anymore, so I'm learning new techniques. And I need to get this right so I can teach my students later. Because they need to learn composition, and I got to teach them that. So I'm doing some perspective, then I'm going to add some composition to it. So we're building off from the last video we did. I teach them how to do perspective. So I'm doing the perspective stuff. You're doing good. Keep it up, bro. No problem. Thank you. I appreciate it. So. Come on. Copy, paste. Do I know what to do when you don't know? But do you know what to do when you draw because you're bored of it? Are you saying, wait, are you getting bored of the drawing? If you're getting bored of the drawing, stop drawing it. Or go back and see what makes it boring. Like, initially what got you excited to draw it, and then where do you think it stopped being fun? Of the character, I'm saying. If you're doing like a OC or a character design, you usually know what it is, you just can't put your finger on it. And it's usually because you added something or you wasn't too clear what the character was about. In most cases it's clarity, it's not really like anything wrong with the character. You can make a generic character, but the character has to be clear to yourself and to the audience. If you can't tell what your character is doing or what they are, then there's a big problem. We might draw a little spiciness. When I say spicy, nothing too crazy, but spicy to bring people in and get curious and ask me, why am I drawing this? And then I explain why. And then when I get them hooked, we do some actual real work. Usually that's how it gets people. It's like a bait and switch thing. Hey bro, which art style do you like the most? Are you talking to me? Usually anime in most cases. I do anime art. I'm an anime artist. Hi, hey Devil, what's going on? Master Roll, what are you going to draw? I think I answered that already. But yeah, the issue that you're probably having is that your character is not, it's not conveying as, it's not convincing enough to you because maybe something is just not clicking. Maybe it's something you added, something you didn't add. Hold on. Okay. Alright. So, okay, jump here. Okay, all of that. Copy. Oop. Okay, copy, paste, and then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna bring all this up. Hopefully we can. Okay. Interesting. Okay. One last thing. I just reposted the majority of the stuff I did on TikTok onto YouTube, and then I did tutorials over the time. You need to put in the work in just making videos, but you need to be I wouldn't say the word expert, but you have to be knowledgeable what you're talking about. If you're not knowledgeable on what you're talking about and you just say anything just for views, you're gonna have a hard time, and people are gonna call you out for it pretty fast. So I suggest, if you're gonna do YouTube or do anything close to YouTube, I suggest to, or TikTok, or whatever fucking platform it may be, I would say to anyone, be careful what you say, how you say it, when you say it, who you're saying it to, your audience, I'm saying. And be humble, I guess. That makes sense. Hey Nick, what's going on, bro? How you doing? Okay, grab this. I'm gonna turn this down. Oh. Alright, now I have to remove this. Oh. Hello everyone. Hey Mike. Now, let me see how I'm going to do this. So, I'm going to take... I'm surprised you're up, Mike. I thought you'd be asleep. You couldn't sleep. Okay. And then we'll do this like... Actually, I want to do this right. I want to use a vector line instead. That. I think I should be much closer, to be honest. Like about here. I think here. And then about here. And then we go about here. No, we'll go about here. No, fuck it. About here. I gotcha. Bro. Alright, so I'm gonna take eraser. Where are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, we got our square. Now what we're gonna do, we're going to make a blob. We're gonna make it just a random shape. It has no rhyme or reason. I'm going to make a shape. It has no rhyme or reason. Okay. I'll try on TikTok just for now, and then maybe not a lot of people might watch. Actually, no. Actually, put it up here. And let's make the shape like this. I got you, bro. Gotta put some salt, cayenne pepper, and some other stuff. Okay, make a tutorial full body grids of girls. You know, I gotta go to my YouTube channel. I think I already did that already. Hey bro, what's your style face reveal? I didn't show my face. Let me see. I'm gonna turn in some cans and see what's full wrong with the bike tomorrow. Hi Fred. Hello Fred. Okay. Okay, now what I'm going to do is turn this down. I don't want to be mean or something. I'm a dude. Is it that hard for you guys to figure that out? God damn. That's crazy. Boom, boom, boom. That's crazy. Alright, so let me see. What can I do? I'm going to put... Okay. Let me see here. You're funny. Okay, so let me see here. Come on. I think. No, you're fine. I'm very self-aware that I don't have the deepest of voices. Sadly. Okay, so I think we're supposed to make... So make the background first. I think. How do I get this? Okay. Hold on. How can I make this work? Say stay within... Okay, so if I stay within the circle, I mean in the shape. I don't know. Where are you from? Let me see. Hey Mark, what's going on, bro? How good? Okay, so I'll make that. I gotta look at. Oh, you know what? This will do. I'll try like How did you lose it? Okay. Oof! The fuck? Yeah. I'm trying to do here. Okay. I think I should keep it normal. So, you know what I'll do? Bit of a jump scare on that one. Sorry about that, bro. I appreciate you telling me that. I'll try to keep it down. Try to keep it down. I'm gonna try to. Oh, man. I thought you were looking at me. Alright. Oh, he's a mod. That's why. He's one of my trusted mods. Okay. Okay, so let me see. Like this, and I'll put a hands about here. Alright, I'm gonna let her sit here. And then. Yeah, we gave him the job. Yeah. Not gonna lie. It's still funny to this day. He had the job even before Ian had it. That's how loyal he is. That's Mikey for you. Yeah, I think it took 3.5. No, was it? I think it was 3 months. I think. Yeah. Yeah, rest in peace to him. I don't know why you're bringing that up, but rest in peace to him. Hold on. Oh, fuck. More of what I'm watching. I'm not doing more of what I'm listening to. Yeah, you guys are not watching this today. Not right now. I'm just listening. Okay. That looks like gooning material. If someone's sitting down on a rock, I don't think that's really gooning to be, bro. That's a very loose sense of gooning. I think. Okay. $2. Looking awesome. Thank you, Pooh. I can at least see your thing. Fort Wayne, India. From hello. Hello, Pooh. And hello, Major. What's going on, bro? I'm having an awesome day. Keeping on. Keep the head a little small. Not too big. You don't want it too big. Keep it natural. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's so cool. Udo Frank. Oh, you saw the Udo and the Frankie artwork? Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun making them. I was kind of surprised how Frankie came out. I didn't think he was going to come out as good as he did at the time. Because that was like a one-time wing. I think that's my second time drawing Frankie, I think. If I remember right. Okay. Legs a little bit more. Yeah, it came out pretty okay, I think. Maybe. I'm gonna erase these feet for now. Art, did you ever go through that pointy chin or cheek phase when drawing anime? Let me think. Did I? I'm thinking what you're talking about is like, when they do that thing where like this, and the nose are like really pointy. I think that's what you're talking about. Or like, it's like, this is like, that, like this, something like that. Yeah, I remember it. The heads will be really pointy, box-like, look really strange and off. I don't good if I grab the legs. Maybe I grab the legs. I like more like this. Front and back. Yeah, I used to listen to those books too. Shit was fucking horrible. It gaslights you hard. It doesn't really teach you right construction. These are very stiff. It doesn't teach you about gesture at all. It just does that thing where it's just like they use like structure, but structure that is so stiff it doesn't have any form of like flow. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's the same girl? Oh my gosh. My mom got me a book to. Let's see here. My mom got me a book to. But the drawings are a little worse than my art. It usually does happen. That does happen. That shit would be crazy. Okay. Okay. The neck is about here. I think the neck should be about here. Okay. Hey, what's going on, bro? Does it help? No, I'm not gonna take your recommendations, Chris. I'm sorry. I hate when people do that. I don't know why they do that. Like, I'm not gonna do exactly what they think just because they said it. Unless they're paying for it, that's another thing. But the thing is, I don't even blame you for doing that, because if people only do that because some idiot artist has done that, allow that to happen. I'm not even surprised by it. Hey, Francha. Hey, Francha. What's going? Good morning. Hey, what's good? Does it help to draw the shape? Yeah, always draw shapes. It's one of probably the first fundamentals in drawing. You need to learn your shapes and your formations, your forms. Forms and shapes. Most important of all things. Even more important than the fucking um, than the proportions. I think the three most important things is shape, form, and gesture. Because you can draw something accurate as fuck, but if it's stiff as shit, it makes no sense. I'd rather have a wrong looking drawing that looks interesting than an accurate drawing that looks boring. Now, I'm not saying draw inaccurately, but if you can make the both two work, then you're gonna be a beast. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there for now and save this for something for the future. Okay. I wonder if, hold up, I wonder if these are lining up with the lines. Probably not. Yeah, we usually do reactions, but right now I'm not doing that now. Because since it's late and I don't want the, because when I'm doing reactions I have both the, fuck, what is it called? I have the whatchamacallit, the speakers on for both TikTok and Instagram, because I'll be streaming on all platforms at once. Good. See? Yeah. Yeah, someone said that. I forgot who said that, but like Mike, I remember what you're talking about. I forgot who said it too, but that is actually true. Believability is more fun than just being accurate all the time. Now, I'm not saying to draw inaccurately. I'm just saying if you can and still make it interesting, you will be a beast. Hold on, let me get something here. It's really bad. Most hated songs of all time. I don't want to hear any of that. From the show gets Netflixed. Okay. Why are you frowning? Let me see here. Yeah, pretty much. Is it really? I'm alright. Gotta fix the legs. A little off. Yeah, a lot of people can't. I have to have my draftsmanship pretty fast, especially for clients when they want something. Because I don't have time to like waste on like one drawing. So we have to like speed up. Oop, the stance is a little off. We gotta get the balance in, but let me just get the initial idea first and then we'll make it work. First, let's fix this part because it's gonna throw everything off. So, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Oh. Let's fix those legs off. I don't want the leg. Get that really. It was more interesting when the leg was more sticking out. I like the straight legs, but we'll fix it. Nope, I'm self-taught. I never went to no school. Art, would you rather times? Yes. I remember we used to do that thing called what do you call it? Magical chairs with sketching. So we'll play a song that you like, or we'll have a playlist of songs, and you have to draw a character as fast as possible before the song is done. And as soon as the song is done, you have to go to the next thing. You can't continue. So whatever you make is whatever you make based on the reference you have or whatever came up to your idea. You have to keep going. You can't stop. That's what I would do. Magical sketching chairs per se. I forgot what we used to call it, but we had a name for it. But no, I never went to school. I'm too poor to go to school, and I don't think I would ever go to. I don't think I'll ever go to I don't think I'll ever go to like If I did, if I had the money, I don't think I would have left. Hello, Celestia. How are you? I hope you're having an awesome day. How's your day going, Celeste? Yep. D&D cleric. You're not wrong. I need to make it a little bit more easier. It's alright. There's many ways how I draw. I either do it just off scratch. Sometimes I use a dummy when I make one, or you can always do what do you call it? The molding method. I refer to it as the molding method. Others might call it the silhouette method, where you make a silhouette of something and then you make that into a character somehow. They do it with mechs all the time. There we go. Let's make that a little easier. Just read that a little bit. It's hard to read out. Okay. Hello. Okay. How goes it? Let's erase this part here. There we go. So you can see the 3D-ness of the... And then... There we go. Put her here. Let's do another one. Let's find something else. I'm citing L, like from Death Note, citing. Okay, let's see here. Good. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm looking for something. Okay. We can try... So we drew that normally, then I'll just use the molding method. Thank you, I appreciate it. Have a great night. Thank you for coming in, I appreciate it. I can do a gesture. Okay, we can do this one. Kind of like this one. So we can clarity. Night, night, night. I'm just looking for something to watch. I'm sorry. Oh, not listen to, actually. I'm not even watching it. I'm listening to it. Something to listen to in the background. I can't do any reactions because we're not doing that right now. I do it a little bit later today, but... I don't know. rolling story gets gutted there cleaning house. Okay. Not really something I care for, but I'll listen it for now. Okay. Now we can go with. I don't like this pose here. I'm gonna use a reference this time. I don't like this pose. Ooh, I like this pose. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. It's on the same. Oh, they're on the same fucking layer. I hate that. God, I hate that. I hate when that happens. I'm always on the damn wrong layer. Okay, go over here. Usually I have an idea. Usually if I don't know what I'm gonna do, I just revert to doing the studies. Unless it's really something specific. So, let me see. Have a great day. Do I have a plan? I usually have a plan, but when I don't, I just kind of wing it, especially if it's like one of those days where I don't think it's gonna be like kind of hectic. So if I don't have like an idea, like if I'm doing a what's a good example? What's a good example? Like if I'm not doing a freelance work, like if I have an idea, like if someone bought work from me, then we have a freelance job to do, and then you guys will watch me do a freelance work, depending. If we're not doing that, then we're doing studies. If we're not doing that, then we're doing VTubing work. If we're not doing that, we're doing animatics. If we're not doing that, I'm doing literal boring studies. So it is what it is. Why is he green? Who's green? Oh, yeah. I didn't understand. Oh no. Okay. 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 Let me explain. I don't think you indirectly paid. I think what happened is that one of my subs gifted you a sub for the month. Yes, that was from Flynn. Most likely it was from Flynn. Yes, he's a gifted member. They should put that there. Gifted member or something, like for blue. Green is for paying, blue is for gifted member. Or not blue, you're blue. So I'll say like yellow. No, I shouldn't feel dumb. I didn't know myself. I forgot that Flynn did that. Flynn does that a lot. He's kind enough to support my my channel. Yeah. Yeah, it goes to random people. He didn't like pick you up just like out of spite. It just goes to anyone random, which is stupid. I think, if I'm right, I think what do you call it? Twitch allows you to specifically pick who you want to gift it to. I think. I could be wrong, but I think that's how it works. Per se. Okay, so the leg is going like. Okay. They added chest to their chest? Like the game? Are you serious? Like the game? Are you serious? What the fuck? Are you serious? What is going on? What is happening? What the fuck? What the fuck is happening? I guess that makes sense. The chest? That's... That was... I wouldn't say that is even shocking. That's just different. It's just different, I guess. The shoulder needs to be more upwards here. This shoulder has to be more lower. That's too bad. Here's your severance. They're gonna burn the house down. Pickled. Pickled. Got pickled. Okay. Okay. Turn that. Put the light over here. Details? I don't remember that book. Huh. No, I don't remember that at all. Sticking it to the man. Sticking it to the man. Oh, there should be a button somewhere to be a paid member. I think, if I remember right. Okay. Like that. Okay. Yeah. What Mike said, I forgot what the button is. Okay. This is way too high up. So we're gonna grab this. I'm gonna pull this down about here. About there. Okay. Yep. What Mikey said. Whatever Mikey said. Listen to Mike, he knows what he's talking about. He's a pro. I'm just a pleb. I'm just a figurehead right now. Okay, there. I appreciate it. Thank you. No, they can't tell the difference. Never said it was done, so that's what happens. Never said it was done. I can understand it was done. Never asked for their help either, so that makes it even more weird. too small. Hey, Blood Visions, what's going on, bro? Hey, Solo, thanks for the follow. Yeah, pretty much. Just yeah, but you know, yeah, we all know that, but that's recently. Back then, in like the early 2000s or 90s, 80s, when a game came out, either it was broken or it was done. You know what I'm saying? But that's only because of the AAA space has been infested by people who don't know what they're doing, who shouldn't be there, or is not ready. That's what's really happening. But a lot of people who see work in progress means it's done. That's why they're quick to say anything about my work when I'm not done. I'm a professional, I know what I'm doing. Right? I think that was the big telling problem right there. I remember back in the day that it sounded cool, right? Because if you bought a game and it was like horrible or something was wrong with it, you was kind of stuck with the game, or you can kind of send it back depending on how many days you had it, right? But now that is a crutch to most devs. That's good to know. I'm not against that you're looking for anything. That's nothing wrong with that. I don't think nothing's wrong with that at all. That's actually quite smart. I say this to my students all the time. You're not improving because you see it. You're improving when you see the problems. That's the irony when I'm improving. You actually see the problems in the work, not see the best stuff about it. Actually, quite frank, when they say I don't see no progress, that means they're progressing. They just don't see it because they're too busy trying to get it right. So, or they are getting it right, but they just don't notice it because they want this. That's just not work. It's progress. It's like watching your kid grow, or your puppy grow, or your baby sister or your brother. You stick with them when they're a baby, and then like 5 years later, they're not a baby anymore. But you watch them progressively get bigger as time goes by. You don't really notice it because you've been around them every single day. That's what progressing is like. You have to find the mistakes in it. But I have no problem you looking for mistakes. The problem when people do that, it comes off very rude because most cases, the person's probably doing something specific or using a reference 9 times out of 10. So when they tell me the calf is off or some shit, I'm like, bro, I'm using a reference right now. I'm not using my head right now. I can understand if I was using my head, but they don't even come to ask if I'm using a reference right now. They just assume. And they just walk in and say what they want, and I just don't pay them no mind because I'm not going to argue with someone on the internet because that's stupid to do. Because you'll never really win. You're just going to waste your energy on that. Not saying that you're a problem. Please don't take that as an attack. But I'm just saying as an example. Most cases, when people walk in and say, draw this, draw that, I just ignore them, unless they're willing to pay. Correct. Correct, Mikey. Actually, it's like bad etiquette. Like, this is why when my students come to me and they say, look at my drawing, I ask them first, are you looking for critique or you just want me to look at it? Sometimes they'll say, I just want you to see it. And I say, I only tell them all the good things that's right with it. And then when they're looking for critique, that's when I tell them where they need to improve. Because I don't think as a teacher I'm supposed to just instantly tell them what's wrong if they want it. Maybe they're trying to do something with it, especially in a creative field like art. Maybe they did it on purpose for a specific reason, or they're experimenting. So I don't bother to critique them unless I ask permission. Even if they're still a paying member, I'm going to ask them anyway, because I'm going to make sure they're not being... Because, you know, people's egos tend to be fragile pretty fast, especially when it comes to art. You don't want to give them that self-doubt. So, now I'm not saying to baby them, because that's stupid. I'm just saying some people are just trying to show you something, and some people just need some improvement and wants critique, and that's fine. And nothing's wrong with that per se. This torso needs a little bit more uppity. The breast has to be more thing. Correct. Yeah. Oh no, don't get that wrong. Like with what? When you gonna do your reaction with Craig? Who's Craig? I'm not sure who that is. Maybe that's a typo. I'm not sure what that means. No, this perfectly fine with that. Like, yeah, our professionals like myself and others who are a lot more skilled than I am make mistakes all the time. But the thing is, we don't see when I'm doing artwork, I don't worry about the accuracy at the beginning, and that's where a lot of beginners or at least novices stop at. They think as soon as they start a drawing, especially a sketch, they think it has to be perfect on the first try. No, most cases, professionals start with something really sloppy, and we use something, well, I refer to it as the keychain method, where we whittle down as much problems as possible, not do everything at once. Because when you do everything at once, you make mistakes, you go crazy, and then you just get, what's the right word? Burnt out. That was it. You get burnt out fast. So, as a character designer and concept artist, I have to be fast. Is that what you meant? Reaction with critique. See, I don't do reactions and critiques. When you say critiques, are you talking about art, or are you talking about when we're just doing a reaction in general? Because I guess reaction is a form of critique, I guess. I don't know if you're talking about just art specifically, because if you're talking about art specifically, I don't do that on live, because some people feel like, some people are very self-conscious about their work. Yeah, overwhelmed, burnout, lack of motivation, whatever the word you want to call it. Art. No, I don't do critiques on live with other people's art. The reason I don't do that yet is because I don't have a big enough, I say subscriber, but member base. Is Arte one of your favorite artists? I'm not sure who that is per se, because there's a lot of people have similar names, so I don't know if that's like an Instagram individual or that's the actual name. So if you... No, you're fine. It's just a question. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. You didn't say anything mean. You're just wondering. So yeah, I don't do live reactions yet. Live reactions of art yet, because I want my members to feel comfortable when, especially my students specifically, whether it's Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, or the YouTube members thing, because they're all the same. I want them to feel comfortable when they come to me, and then after a while I'm going to, I think after the 22nd I will start doing that, but that will be only for subs only. I will not do that live because a lot of people feel self-conscious about their work and they don't like it when other people are watching, especially if it's like nobodies, because a bunch of people who are just coming in into the stream, especially no one who's paying, will say anything to discourage them because they think it's funny. They don't think it's, they're not trying to help. They're just trying to discourage them while I'm teaching them. And then they try to hijack the stream by trying to teach, or not I say teach, but give them advice that may be harmful, not knowing who the student is and what they're trying to focus on. Because I try to get to know my students and ask them what they're looking for, what they focus on, what they're into, why they're doing this, X, Y, and Z. Because if you get a good grasp of your students, then you have a good idea of what to focus on and what they need to work on. Because not every student's the same. Not every artist wants to be an anime artist. Not every furry artist wants to be an anime artist, and not every person who's drawing realistically wants to draw anime at all. So I have to distinguish them based on their interest. But they still follow in the same lessons overall, in the sense of like the fundamentals. Because when you apply those fundamentals, no matter if you're doing realistic art, anime art, which is stylized, it still follows almost the same, metrics to a degree. Like, if the shape is right, the gesture is right, you know what I'm saying? So that's usually what that is. Well, most likely. I can see that happening. Fuck cartoons. Video games would be outlawed. Video games, like cartoons, not the only one. That's just the starting point. You think cartoons are gonna stop there? One thing I always learn: when something starts, it never just stops where it is. Yes, the people who are paying are usually my students, not the subscribers. If you're a subscriber, that's fine. That's a follower. I hate the term subscriber now because when you hear subscriber, they mean money. Correct. Young buck. Right, that'd be evil and funny. It's evil. Yeah, you're not funny. That'd be so fucked up. Now they ultimately don't like themselves as they end up taking the job anyway, because it's usually just a choice. It's not like you can force them. But like the way you can really force them is if you like offer like a lot of money, not like a few hundred, like a few thousand plus. Then they'll have to fight with their demons and say, if I take the job, they'll be sweating themselves looking at that button, take the job and fuck it up, or don't take the job and be poor. You can see that happening, like in that meme with the dude sweating. He's looking at the button. Take the job knowing you can't do it and fuck it up and ruin your reputation and lose this client and lose the money, or say no knowing that you don't have the skill and have it still be poor. That shit be crazy. Oh man. Okay. You know what? As I'm watching, you know what? I got something. Hold on. Let's see. Do you get the membership? Mikey will tell you. I keep forgetting how it works because I don't get a lot of people who do it that much, as much as I want them to. Because once I start getting like I want a class of y'all so we can do this like, because the point is I'm trying to build enough trust amongst my students so when we have like, I think a class is like what, 20 people? I think that's like a normal class size, right? 20 people or 12? Yeah, I guess that's a thing. Right, creators who don't want to make. I would usually advise most people who are trying to get used to making your own characters. I think if you start off doing stuff like that, you're gonna benefit in the long run. Thank you, I appreciate it. So we're using the molding method for those who are watching. The molding method, or for those who's also into art, you might know this as the silhouette method, where we make a silhouette of the shape as best as we can, and then when we feel comfortable doing the drawing, we then apply our line art, not our sketch, over it to look much more cleaner than us starting off like how I did with this one. I didn't use the molding method this one. I just kind of just winged it out that one. So I think the molding method is a lot more of an easier thing to fall back on because it does two things. One, it teaches you about like just silhouettes in general, because it's a great way to learn silhouettes when you're making character designs to make your characters seem stand out, especially if they're doing a pose, and you can tell a lot about them based on just the pose alone. Also, it teaches you about form to a degree, which is a really good thing to learn, especially if you're trying to make things look more 3D like, per se. Yeah, Mr. Blue Mike. Yeah, you can act Mike. Mike, you still there, bro? Dara needs some help over there. She needs help trying to subscribe. Subscribe, become a member. Yeah, I think he's right. I think he's right on that. Now the head is a little too big, but I will fix some parts of this, don't worry. I will. Yeah. Good job, Mike. Mr. Blue Mike. I guess you'll be known as Mr. Blue Mike now, Mikey. Now the foot here is a little bit too flat, I think, based on the perspective, so I have to fix that. Well, see, the thing is about that is it's a rat race thing, and I think a lot of artists should stay away from that, in my honest opinion. When I say rat race, I'm talking about what can I draw that is popular enough for me to get seen, and I think that's a damaging thing to do because, yeah, don't get me wrong, you'll get a lot of followers depending on what the subject or the trend is, but trends are trends, they're not long lasting, they don't really sustain. And if you can tap into you can tap into a niche that you can really like enjoy doing, you can really like, soar fast in that way. So depending on like, trends or just a popular character because it's popular, And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that, but if you want sustainability to a degree, you have to build a following that people can. It's mainly about trust, right? Like if you're drawing a bunch of Genshin Impact drawings and you draw a Goku drawing, 9 times out of 10, the people that you cultivated was just Genshin Impact characters, right? Lovers. Some may like the Goku drawing from Dragon Ball, but majority of them are not going to like it because, like, well, you mainly drew a bunch of Genshin. This is why if you make your own characters, per se, you tend to have a better following because they can't compare it to anything, they can't complain, because you can make a new character and people run with it because, well, it's your character. And if they're very familiar with your work and your characters, I think Pororo did this, and he did this pretty well because if he didn't do it that way, he probably would have been stuck in situations where he's like just a fan artist. I look at fan arting as the same as sadly, it's the same as a cover band, because whenever you start doing that, people are not going to take you as serious, or if they do take you serious, they're not going to they're only going to take you serious when you're doing that specific thing. But if you want to branch out and do other things, which are time or which are art, it's going to get hard. You're pretty much going back to square one. That's alright. That's perfectly fine. If you want to check the other stuff, you can be a Patreon member or a Buy Me a Coffee. They're all the same price. The YouTube one is not the same price because YouTube will not let me change the pricing, which is fucking annoying. But then again, if you want to check those out, those might be more cheaper for you. They're all the same, and you get the same treatment as anyone else, based on the tier you pick. So. But then again, you can be just a free student. A free student is usually someone who's like watching the YouTube channels and learning when I'm streaming or learning when I do a YouTube video dedicated as a tutorial to a degree. You know, you can do that if that's because, like, I know I try to be as fair to everyone as possible for those who don't have the money, because I know things are hard. So I make YouTube tutorials to teach in that way. So for those who are having a hard time, the only downside of being a free student is that you may want to demand. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Lyra. Thank you. I appreciate it. But really do. I really do appreciate it. But like I want to make it easy for everyone to get it. For those who are paying, they get the benefits of directly asking me outside of the stream. They get videos, they get help, they get direct contact to me, and I tell them where they're going wrong, if they're just needing some help, whether there's a character design, some type of anatomy problem, or something like a gestural problem. I usually focus more on gestures than anything, because I think gestures is very important. Now this part here is a little bit off. I'm gonna have to fix it a little bit. This arm here is off too, so what we're going to foreshorten this part a little bit, just a little bit, about here. There we go. So you see more natural right there. Now the arm is sticking out about. Make sure, the one thing I always know when you're drawing characters and there's an overlap, make sure to draw the characters overlap, the thing that's being overlapped through the character. So when you erase the initial overlap, it doesn't look janky or it doesn't look broken off, like their arm is broken off. So you keep the accuracy in check. That's one thing you should do. I'm the only one here. Well, you're the only one there on Instagram. Are you talking to yourself? No, I'm talking to my audience on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Yeah, and I'm working on a composition. I'm working on a composition video, because we did perspective. I taught a perspective lesson on how to do perspective, particularly on this one. Not this one in the video, but the idea of perspective, and I was doing an isotope type thing. Still learning it. I want to do more isotope artworks, so we had to put this in perspective, but not in the video, but in general. Still not done. It needs some more work, but more rendering. But I think it looks pretty cool. Yes, they are up there. I think there's a hand tutorial, but I will be doing another hand tutorial, a more updated version. The one that you're going to see is pretty old. I think that one's from 2019, I think, or 2021, I think. You can check. Yeah, I learned that back in my old days when I used to do gaming back in the day, my old channel, way back when. You have to learn to talk to yourself when I used to do Let's Plays. That shit was crazy. So this is being recorded through platforms, correct? I guess you can say recorded if you say it that way, but streamed to different platforms. Hey, what's up? What's going on, bro? I hope you're having an awesome day. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Trying to get this correct. Let me get this up here. Up here. I'm taking my sweet time on this because I'm trying to let you guys understand what we're doing. This is part of my practice. So the first practice was just sketching really fast and getting something quick on paper, like a concept real quick on whatever the subject was. It was a cleric from like a D&D. And then this time we're doing a molding method, which I'm making another character out of the molding method. I'm trying to do the video on composition. It's not something I use a lot, but I'm using more often now because I know how important composition is alongside my coloring, which I definitely need to work on that. Shit. Do you do animation? I did a little bit of animation, but nothing to brag about. I'm still learning it. I kind of got discouraged doing it just recently because, like, I kind of figured out I had a program that doesn't zoom in, which I know that shouldn't be like a full kill-all, but I can't zoom in insert on the work. I was working on a Pikachu animation where Pikachu's like playing on his Nintendo Switch or something. Just something cute, something small. I just wanted something really cute and small to put on TikTok. You know. So I'm trying with that. I'll pay to see that Pikachu animation drawing. It's just him playing his it's just Pikachu playing on his Nintendo Switch. You want to see that? Would you pay that? No, you would not. No way. I don't think you would. I'm still working on it, but I don't know if I should keep going on because I can't zoom in to get the lines more clean. I know I shouldn't rely on zooming in. I know probably some of you have heard that before, but it's just kind of how I work. I'm trying to avoid it, but I don't think that's something I can just avoid when it comes to animation compared to like something like this when it's just a still frame. Would be you with your talent. I would try. I'm still trying, but like the only issue I have with the animation, if I didn't have the zoom in issue with the program I'm using, because I'm using what is it called, Rough Sketch? No, Rough Animator. Blender? Didn't they? Krita does. Wait, Krita's free? I thought Krita was paid. You have to pay for that. And it does animation? I'll definitely check it out then. Because if it was free, that would be great. Because I have Rough Animator, and it was going good for the moment, and then I realized I could not zoom in, and that shit was pissing me off. Hey, what's up, bro? What's up, random? Alright, so I'll download it this week and give it a try and see what I can do with it. Because if it's free, that's great. I don't pay no stupid subscription because everything's always a subscription. I hate subscription-based shit. I miss the days when you bought a program and that was it. Till you like literally upgraded and that was it. I miss those days. I hate everything being a subscription-based. That shit pisses me off. Yeah, I hate it. I only went, and the thing is, I paid for Rough Animator for like, it was only for $7. I was like, $7? Fuck that. I'll do that. It's just $7. It's not like 7 months, a month or anything like that. It was just literally 7 months. I did not know that it was meant for iPhone. I think that's why I couldn't zoom in, because I guess it expects you to like zoom in like this with your hands. I was like, fuck, I don't have something like that. You can't? Oh my god. Really? You can't extract PSD files? That would have been. Oh man. That's gonna probably be a killer for me. I'm gonna go. Can I at least export the animation? Really feels like today's business folks aren't as like practical as the old. Yeah. They're just trying to get as much money and dime out of you, because I think like it's strange. It's like okay, this is how I kind of look at it, and see if you guys agree with me or not. Probably some of you may have a different take or think it's a bad take. I come from the era, like, I think most of us, I believe that most of us here has came from the era from the times where, say you play a video game, right? And you play like the hardest difficulty and you get like a reward for playing the hardest difficulty, like you get an achievement or whatever, right? And you was proud of that because you put a lot of work into it or whatever. In the virgin years. But like there might be a workaround. Okay, if there's a workaround, that might make it work. But like the times where when you played a video game, whether it was God of War or Halo or whatever the case may be, you was proud of yourself because you got through the like legendary or the hardest difficulty ever, right? And sometimes I think even the achievement will tell you how many people actually got the achievement, right? Like the percentage of people, and you feel kind of like, proud of yourself. Now these days, you don't even have to like play the game. You just have to pay the game to get the achievements or whatever the fuck. That shit's wild. And that's the problem right there. That convenienceness is what led to that degree. Like these days, most kids don't even have to play the fucking game anymore. They just have to pay a subscription. Look what they did to what do you call it? Star Wars Battlefront. I think it was Battlefront 2. It's just as crazy. And then I think also the gacha thing is also a big problem as well. Because remember, games back then was like, what, 40, 60 bucks? I think between 50 to 60 bucks, right? Now, there are skins that are like 30 bucks, like half the game. That shit's crazy. Like, that shit is crazy. And I think I have to blame, like, whales for this and people who get attacked with the idea of FOMO. For those who don't know what FOMO means, it means that it's the acronym for fear of missing out. So, like, if something's, like, an unlimited time, there's more of a heat to go get it. Fortnite does this all the time. And I think Overwatch does this sometimes, something here and there. But they'll bring back shit back just to see if people want it again. And I think that attitude is what we're in. That too, and the loot box problem. The loot box problem, the battle pass problem, and it all started with DLCs to a degree. And you know what? I can't even blame DLCs too much. I think DLCs was not that bad. Because when you bought a DLC, you got a package, right? You got a package of shit. You didn't get like a skin that was like, what, $15 for a fucking skin. Like, are you serious? Like back that was the same price that you would pay for like 5 different maps, like 10 or 15, like 10 different gun skins, and like I think even different skins for like other weapons and costumes and shit. That used to be $15, bro. That used to be the DLC. You know what I'm talking about. You played like Gears of War, a Halo 3, a Halo 2. Like I'm saying, Halo 3, Gears of War, what else? Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? You got a package. Now the package is that of a skin. That's where that shit has went. And that's where I think gaming kind of died to a degree for me. Nope. Crap. Yup. Yup. You're not wrong, bro. Right? Yep. That shit crazy. Now we just literally gamble our money away in hopes to get like that one skin or that one character. We have to, because like this is the only way you can make gaming great again is to not buy the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the sad part. If you don't buy the shit, they'll have to pivot to your demands. But then again, that we live in an era where young kids think that DLCs, I mean, battle passes and all these things existed already. So that's pretty much what that is. That shit's crazy. What's up, bro? Here. Correct. Correct. And that's where the gaming has died. And I miss that old market where you just buy a game, the game is pretty much done, it's not broken, it's not in beta or any of that stupid shit. The game is good or the game is bad. That's it. And that's where, like, that was the Dark Souls of, like, making a video game for devs, right? Like, if your game was ass, your game was fucking ass. Like, it was ass. Like, if that's it. Like, this... But now the idea of patching and all that stuff exists. I'm like, well, that's not a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing. But I think it has cultivated a form of behavior where it makes them too lax to fix problems or put as much effort to make it as perfect as possible, like platinum ready. I think right now Borderlands is having this fucking problem right now. If I remember right, I think Borderlands is having this issue right now that a lot of people can't play the game because it's not optimized correct. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and that's what a lot of people have said. Like you like right now, if you guys stop, I'm not saying you guys, I'm not saying y'all, like I'm attacking y'all or anything, but if most people just stop buying DLCs, the battle passes and stuff, and played old games, like literally just played old games, don't play no remastered, no any of that shit, and just played old games for a good while, for a year or two, these people have to pivot back to what they have to, what worked before. So, but that takes a collective of people who actually want that to happen. And the likelihood of that happening at once or at all is really unlikely unless something really tragic happens. To the point that everyone has to do it or see no outlook other than doing that. Because there's still people who defend the idea of like, they like the idea that they should pay a subscription just to play a video game. That shit is dumb. Like an MMO. I can get MMOs to a degree why they had a subscription. That makes sense. But like when it came to like your regular first person shooter battle royale game, nah bro. Nah bro. Yep. I can't do it, man. Like that's why when people ask me a question, what's your favorite video game? I don't think of a multiplayer game anymore. I don't. I just really think of like I think like a single player game. Yeah. And then I think also a good blame for this is like the console market looked at what the mobile market was doing and said, you know what, we want a piece of that. That's where this went left. That's where everything went left. Once the console market looked at what the phone companies was doing, it's like, you know what, we want to do that. We want to be a service. If I, like, bro, if I told you, if I were to tell myself that gaming was going to be the way it was, like, 15 years ago, I would not believe you. I would laugh in your face. Like, 15, like, yeah, 15 or 16 years ago, I would fucking, like, laugh in your face. I was like, no, it's not. That's bullshit. Now it's like, we're in a dystopian world where this won't go away. Like Blade Runner to a degree. Everything is just monetize, monetize, monetize. And where it says you have to give your information. Yeah, you sound good. Game good. Yuzu soft game good. Soft game good. Wait. What are you trying to say, new cat? What are you trying to say, bro? Let me see. Yeah. I want to be like Wilds, but it feels like trying to be more like like Monster Hunter Wilds. I was going to buy that game, dude. I really was going to buy that game, but like when I heard that whole optimization problem was going on, I was like, fuck, I don't want to. I'm gonna wait till that like fixes itself like completely. But now I think that was like the only thing that came out about the game. I think they fixed the problem, but like just knowing that happened, I'm like, do I really want to drop that much money? So I was like, let me just wait till it gets on deal on Steam. Yeah. Yep. You're not wrong. Like, I same way. This is why when people ask me, "What's your favorite game?" I just kind of hesitate because I'm like, I haven't played like a good game in the sense of like I'm in love with this game. I used to be so in love with like Gears of War or like Call of Duty or like what was one particular? Oh fuck! I actually did like that one Ubisoft game. That was a multiplayer game. What was it? For Honor. I thought that was a pretty good game. At one point, I think that was a little around the DLC era, like when microtransactions was going to take off. I think, if I'm right. I thought that was a cool concept. Used to play Destiny and all these different games. But yeah, I miss those days where you have to earn your shit. Like you have to earn that shit. Like you worked hard and beating other people and ranked or whatever, and building on your prestige and shit. No, that means nothing anymore. Because if some kid can just pay like $50 or $20, what the fuck is the point? Gameplay itself at this point just kills like the whole motivation of playing the fucking thing in the first place. The optimization is better, but been a lot of weird choices made. Like the story and the story is the tutorial. The story is the tutorial. There, some kind of hippy dippy messaging. Yeah. It's usually it's like a lot of hippy dippy woke nonsense that's in there that's not needed half the time, and it's just like another one. You just don't want to fuck with it anymore. You're not even gonna complain. You're just not. You're at the point where I think a lot of Star Wars fans are like this now, where they don't even complain anymore. They just walk away from it. This is not for me. This is not for me. This is not made for me. This is made for someone else. This is not for me. I'm not a Star Wars fan anymore. Like that type of like reaction, you're gonna probably like start getting. Dark Souls is still my go-to. Street Fighter Third Strike. Still like Skullgirls, but there's so many players. Yeah, bro, I want to get back playing Skullgirls again, but like, God, bro, I'm not saying skill issue. I'm gonna just say that skill issue, but like, God damn, I don't have the time to like sit there and learn the combos and stuff because I got work to do. I'm hoping, given what it has, I think it's going to course correct even harder now because of what has happened just recently. I think that's very telling of that. So whatever has happened recently for the last several days, if you get what I'm saying, I'm pretty sure that's going to speed up that process, and a lot of these people can't help themselves. So that's going to just make it more easier. Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah, they fucked that up too. I heard that too. And I'm not even talking about Star Wars. Like, look what they did to DC and Marvel Comics. Okay, bro. I understand. I'm gonna have to re-download it again. But like, I don't know, there's a lot of touch to death type individuals, and I have no problem with that because that's good because there's a lot of people who still got the game going. Yeah. I never found him funny. No, Boba Fett is perfectly fine. It's just how they recently written him. Let's put it this way. Like Spider-Man, Batman, all these characters are perfectly fine no matter what medium they're in. The problem is who's writing them currently that makes them not likable anymore. And it's not even the characters. And we all are, I think, enough gamers and like comic book fans and even manga fans are very much aware of this nonsense now to the point where we can't even blame. No, I got you, bro. At least we have something else to play. I have no problem with that. No issue. I was still thinking of getting not only just redownloading Skullgirls, but also thinking of playing. I want to play Guilty Gear. I really want to play fucking Guilty Gear, but I keep putting it off because I don't think I have time to play it. I really want to play that game really bad. I love how the game looks. I love everything about the game. Its style, everything, art style, what the game's trying to do, but like, I just have to find time. I used to play a lot of Dragon Ball Fighters, so I think all that time went into that instead of going to Guilty Gear. But at the time, I don't think Guilty Gear was out at the time when I was playing Dragon Ball Fighters. Hi, your art is perfect. Thank you, I appreciate it, my dude. Thank you, Never. I appreciate it, my dude. But yeah, but I hope the course correction comes in hard and get rid of most of these activists. Disney didn't have to. No, they didn't. That's the irony in all of this. That's the major irony when it comes to Disney. I can understand probably some other companies, but like Disney specifically, Disney is the most mind-boggling part. Rock'n'roll, yeah, it really does. It really does. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like something about it, just like the style, the look. I like the 1.D look of everything. It just makes it more anime than it being fully 3D or fully 2D. I like the 1.5D, and I think that's probably harder than between the both extremes because you have to make them seamlessly work with each other in a way that doesn't look janky or wild. And it's crazy. It's crazy. So I get you. His shoulder has to be more up. Like that. Right? Yep. That shit's wild. That's the. Disney was at its most diverse when it was not trying. That's the irony in all of this. So like, yeah. Let's heaven to hell. That's what I'm going about. Yeah, I love that phrase too. And I think Guilty Gear just recently got some new DLC characters. I think they got Lucy from Cyberpunk. And I think there's another guest character, but I can't think of them right now. There you go. I don't know. It's just weird to me, man. I just wish like things was back how things were in the. No. It was yeah. You're right. It was grand. I want to try that too, but it feels like no one's playing it. Yeah, it did. Like I don't know, bro. Like they okay. First thing, 2B was in uh grand what is it, Grand Blue Fantasy, the fighting game. She is in that. Mm-hmm. Man, I tell you, it's just like it just frustrates me. But like it, you know what's sad? If they stuck to plan to what these games and these cartoons and these shows were back when I was growing up, you know how much fucking money they would have made if they just stuck to like this is why anime works so well. Because first thing they have a manga, right? A manga most likely is a glorified storyboard. That's what literally what a manga is a because most of the time the Japanese do go page to page with most of their stories. Sometimes they'll deviate, I think, sometimes. Um, and sometimes they won't even take from the manga because they're trying to make like a filler so they can catch up or whatever the fuck. But like with Naruto, but like 9 times out of 10, they usually stay on point with their IP and its manga. Us, us as Westerners, we just kind of do it. We just kind of homage all the time, but we don't really like take and place it on the screen. We kind of look at the reference. We use it as a reference, but we don't use it as like a one to one. And sometimes that can hit, and sometimes it really doesn't. It really depends. 9 times out of 10. It just really depends. Have you ever noticed like how super nice folks are to you in games these days? Yeah, like too nice. Like never thought I would miss a character being mean to. Yes. I think a big example of this, if you have to compare it to two games from the same company. Hey, Emmy, I'm doing well, hon. I hope you're doing well. Have you been doing your practice, or you've been too busy with soccer? And how's your leg? I hope you're doing well. Um, yeah. So like a perfect example is like Dragon Veil, the night the Dragon Veil Guard game from is it Bethesda? Is it Bethesda? I think it was Bethesda. I could be wrong on that. And then you look at Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, and there's a significant tone between them both. You can actually be mean to people and punch them in the face. In that game, in Dragon Age, when you try to be mean, you get an alternate version of that meanness. So like if you say, "Are you crazy?" Like if say like your character in Dragon Guard has or Dragon Veil has like your character picks something like, "Oh, are you stupid?" Like if you say that and you click that, it'll say, "Are you crazy?" or "Don't be insane" or something like that. It's not even it's even more dumbed down than what you picked originally. I'm good. I've been taking physical therapy for my knee. I was told it was weak. I have. Oh no. Will it will it be okay? Will you be able to play? I don't like the sound of that because usually when people say that, that means bad news. I hope you're not giving me no bad news bears type stuff. Don't take away the Emmy anthem. Let's go, Emmy. Let's go. Oh, good. So you can play. So that's good. Good job, Em. You're doing awesome. I'm glad that I'm hearing positive things. You know, it's got me sweating there. Like, oh no, she's not gonna be able to play soccer anymore. Oh. But yeah, to answer your question, like, yeah, I think characters now are just too watered down, too corporate, too nice. There's no grit, there's no nothing. There's just like this deadness in their eyes. Let me see, you said Nintendo has it really bad. Halo Infinite too. Every Marine is like, oh, Chief, you're the best ever. Please save us all. And it's like, I miss the old Marines, right? They used to say funny shit all the time. Really, really funny shit back in the day. And then I like that when if you attack your Marines, if you kill like 2 or 3 Marines, they'll get mad and fuck you up. I thought that was kind of cool and funny, especially if you had Sarge on your team. If you had Sarge on your team on like in Halo 2, or I think 3, but in Halo 2 specifically, he can't die because he's a core character. So if you kill like 2 or 3 like Marines on your team on purpose, he will one shot you almost instantly, like 1 or 2 shots. That shit was crazy. He'll one shot you like almost instantly. It was funny as hell. But it gave you a sense of consequence. Like these people are real. Like you just fucked with the wrong one. I miss those days. You can't? Oh my god, that's so fucked up. No, you can't kill the Marine. See, you can't be evil in your own. What's the point of playing being evil in a video game, or playing the dark side in a video game if you're just gonna water me down? Like what the fuck? Imagine being a serial killer and then you're saying you have to be inclusive in your killing. Like what? That doesn't make any sense. Especially if you're a specific type killer who goes after people for a specific reason. You're not being inclusive enough. And you have to apologize to people that you did not victimize in your hearing once you get caught. Wow. Right? Like what they don't understand is like video games for men is a power fantasy. That's what it is. It's a power fantasy. You want to be in power, right? Like a isekai or like those those manhwas where the character is overpowered as fuck for some odd reason, right? It's a power fantasy thing, which I don't think is anything wrong with that. I think some feminists will have an issue with it though. They think it's like damaging to men. I don't think that's a bad thing. It gives men a certain purpose, I believe, and like something to look forward to improve. Right? That's what men have a sense that I think it's a built-in need to have a purpose, and once that purpose is taken, yeah. So like 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 it's like this is like men have that innate wanting to be and have a purpose, right? So like when that purpose is literally taken from them, mostly by choice, like especially by choice, it's a damaging thing that has long-lasting effects upon them, I believe. Let me see my thought. Hold on. Look at this book here. I think that. Yep. The closest thing. The closest thing. Now they're all built for specifically for women. Sorry, I don't do streams like that because usually when that happens, bad things happen. And I don't really trust people coming up here because at first I'll say I'm not gonna do anything, and then as soon as I come over, they say some unhinged shit, something political and insane that had nothing to do with the stream. So sorry, I can't let you up here. But you can stay in the stream and say hello and stuff. That's perfectly fine. We're on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. Oh, I don't think we're on Twitch. I don't think I turned on Twitch. I didn't care for Twitch. I think a lot of folks, once they kind of return that there's the stuff simple, but yes, people simplistic. This is why the we call it the K-pop Demon Hunters did so well in the West. Not because it was Asian or anything like that. It was because, or even had that anime aesthetic. I think what made it work is because it had a simple premise, but it had good music. Everything was simple and to understand. Just like Spider-Verse. Simple premise, easy to execute. Well-written characters, simple premise. I think the more you make it simple, the easier it is for your thing. But now this is a hard part, because when I say simple, people are going to think generic then. That's debatable. That's debatable because there's a lot of, like, say, anime, isekai that does pretty much the same damn thing, but they're still making a lot of money. They're not losing money, right? Just like every gacha is pretty much the same damn thing. What? Let me see. Even Drinker had that too? Oh my god, did he do a review on that already? I gotta watch that video tomorrow. We have to watch that video tomorrow. I gotta see that. I didn't know he even did a video on that. I gotta watch that. I'll definitely watch it. I gotta do a reaction on it later on today if I'm home. I don't think I'm gonna be home. I think I'm gonna be home most likely. That's why I'm doing this now. This book is not in line. I gotta get this right. Okay. That. Oh, okay. Hold on real quick, I'm trying to look at something. Hold on. Okay. So my only complaint with isekai are they make things. Yeah, they make things way too easy. They make it way too easy, and then they sometimes make a harem for the same character for the that too. And then they also, I think, they should put a little more. This is not important per se too much, but I think they should put a little bit more effort when it comes to the romance part, in the sense of like, instead of just giving him like a giant isekai of, I mean isekai, a plethora of women to like, you know, fondle over him or like flow over him. Give him some actual like realistic women that he'll have to deal with, that he works with, but not no crazy insane feminist nonsense. But just like, none of them just instantly falls in love with the first glance of seeing him. Yes, that shit is irritating after a while. Like, it's the same. I get it. I get it though. I get it. These archetypes are what people, you know, like, and it works. The Japanese know what they're doing. One thing with the Japanese, when they have something that works, they do not let it die till it literally stops working. If it stops working, they'll pivot away from it. Us as Americans, we can have something going, and literally, if it stops making money, they'll still push it, and then complain that the customers are not buying their shit. Yep. Are you serious? 11 grams of protein? Okay. 11 grams of protein, huh? 11 grams of protein. Okay, Emmy. Sorry about that, hon. I didn't think you were still there. I thought you left. But like, thank you. I appreciate it. Hope to see you again, hon. Hope you. Good job on your win. Actually, this makes no sense. Yep. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, we got. Oh, we're gonna watch that video later on if I'm home. That you sent me. That's new to me as well. Okay, so I made a witch, and I think a cleric. I think if I remember right, I know that clerics are usually magic based, but they're usually in holy magic, right? If I remember right, a cleric. If I'm saying that wrong, please correct me. And for those who was wondering, I use this. Faith magic. Yeah, they use faith magic or some type of like religious type magic. Usually, I think clerics are usually more Christian based, I think. Usually. Or, yeah, I think, not even just Christian based. Yeah, I think that was one in, fuck, I think it was in, what anime was it? It was, Jobless Reincarnation. In Jobless Reincarnation, I think, there's different gods that you can like worship, and based on what god you go with is the type of magic you'll able to possess or some shit like that. I think the leg is a little bit too inwards. I think I should have been more outwards here. Should have pushed this leg a little bit out. Feels a little too reserved there. I wonder if I just grab it, maybe I can make it work. And try this. Yeah, that's about that much. Shit. Foot needs to be more outwards. Mine's more curved then, but it needs the foot to be more outwards, I think. Foot needs more out. The stomach needs to be pushed in a little bit more to give more oomph to the breast, to give that overlap. It needs to be more slanted here. The leg needs to be more out. The fallen leg is not that bad. It should be out more dynamic this way within the gesture. It would have been more like, the gesture should be more like this. Fuck, where's the... Okay, and then more outwards, like that. So that. Like a cleric. Like if you're a cleric, you're for a while, you get more more murdery. But this one's more like a dark witch, and a cleric. This was Ceric. I would put a little more work into the dark witch a little bit here. A little bit more. Especially around the outfit. That should have been more easy to read to a degree. Let me see if I can... Yeah. Indicate. That sounds cool. That sounds funny. That's actually really funny. Where have I heard that before? I feel like I heard that somewhere before. It sounds familiar. Was it? Wait. No. Was that Mashy? No, it wasn't Mashy. I'm thinking Mashal. Bros has no magic, but he beats the shit out of people. I'll clean this up a little bit and then... There we go. Oh, you know what? I'll connect this part here. So So it's like this. So it's under here, like that, and then like that. Oh shit. What the hell? I have a war for who's business. A businessman trying to build a mercenary skills into a security mesh that keeps getting. Why does that sound like a whole anime? That sounds like a title. I'm not even gonna, like. Bro, I'm not even kidding. What you just wrote sound like a whole isekai title. I have a forge. There it is. Yeah, that was it. That was it, but this time it was not with Goku's hand, it was with Piccolo's hand with the Glock. That was it. That was it. That was it. You're right. Hello, genius. Hello. Hello, your friend. Hello. Okay. I think we should stop here for now. I was gonna make them more. I was gonna draw more spicier stuff, but since it's 6, and I got lost doing this, that took all our time away. So, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Emia and Riverhead. I appreciate it. So yeah, I think we did a pretty decent job today with this character design. I want to say character design because it's not done. It could be fixed. Like, there's a lot of things that could be fixed. This was just a quick sketch. When I say quick sketch, it was like more of a delicate sketch just to see my process and how I do things. Oh, man. Let me see. Oh, wait. Let me take off the... Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, guys. I'm gonna let you guys go for now. I'll be back on. We're gonna do a little bit of drawing. If I'm on... Okay, this is what's gonna happen. If I'm on early enough, we'll do some drawing alongside reactions. And then when we're done with reactions, we'll play Hollow Knight and finish the game. I think we're at the end of the game. I'm hoping, because we did a lot of work with Hollow Knight, so we're gonna knock that out and be my final day playing that, and then we can go back playing game with Mike. Alright, have a great night, guys. Thank you for watching Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for following. If you guys like what you see, if you learn anything, if you like the commentary we had today, follow me on YouTube, Twitch, Trovo Kick. All the social media is in the description, in the bio, or in my About page, depending on where you see it. Same name, same everything. You'll see my VTubing icon with the face, with the blue and all that stuff. So if you guys like that, cool. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep safe. Thank you, guys. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you. Thank you, J Smart. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing and funny. I'm out. There you guys.